Caleb, man, congratulations. You just came off a huge win against two formidable opponents. Now, not only do you have the chance at redemption here, but revenge as well, because you're going against the man who knocked you out of this competition last time and broke your blade, our undefeated judge, Ben Abbott.
Yeah, Caleb is a relatively young smith, but he's got a lot of talent. He's definitely going to be difficult to beat.
Nice job, brother.
Thank you.
How are we feeling, Ben?
Feeling pretty good. Ready to go.
Now, there's a lot at stake here. Ben, you're going up for your 7th Forged and Fire champion title. Caleb, you're here to take home your first and get a check for $10,000. Now, here's how it's going to work, gentlemen. In this final round of competition, you guys are building a blade that Caleb chose in an 8-hour straight bladesmithing competition. You chose this. The Chinese war sword.
Oh.
The 17th century Chinese war sword was used in battles starting in the Qing dynasty through 20th century. Primarily used by peasant armies, this large two-handed weapon fatally slashed and chopped through more than 3,000 Japanese forces during World War II. This deadly blade previously appeared on Season 7 of Forged in Fire, where both smiths struggled with the weight and size of this massive sword. But in the end, one smith's weapon fell victim to the dreaded ice block.
Your time starts now.
I've got roughly 34 layers. It's a really, really neaty billet. That way, when I draw it out, I can cut at least 4 or 5 pieces and I'll be well over the layer count. As soon as my billet is at welding temperature, I'm just gonna set the welds. I've got 34 layers, so I'm just gonna get 4 stacks at 5 inches long, and that'll give me about 136 layers. And that way I can go ahead and get welded up. I've got my pierced tip, my blade is forged to shape, and it's about time for me to get ready to go into the heat treat. There's a lot of material there that can decide to warp or potentially crack, so I'm pretty nervous going into this quench.
Caleb's now quenched.
I don't actually see any warps. Right now I'm feeling good and I'm feeling confident. This handle is very, very big, so I might try to wrap a quarter of the top and the last quarter of the bottom and leave the middle section shown. I feel I've got a nice sharp blade, and I can't wait to see how mine and his blades fare during this test.
This sword is huge. I mean, it's 4 inches tall at the tip. It's just a big, big monster. Once I know the welds on both billets are set, I take the first billet and start drawing it out. My goal is to get 2 billets that are 20 inches long, because each billet I want to get 4 pieces that I can stack up. Now that I've got this blade shaped and profiled, I've got to get this thing quenched, otherwise I will not have time to do the rest of it. There's a warp.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing a thing I've seen many times as a judge, and I've seen it snap so many times, but I know I cannot show up to this testing with a warped blade. That has sent people home. This could be the thing that gives me my first loss. I'm just nervous.
I'll take it.
This is a Chinese war sword. Let's put a Chinese dragon on this thing. I think it looks really good. I'm trying to make this sword look as historically accurate as I can, and a lot of the historical examples I've seen have Ito, some katana handle wrap material. There's not a lot of time left. I have to wrap as fast as I can. So far, in an 8-hour competition, this is the best thing I've made.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmiths, put down your blades. This 8-hour challenge is over.
All right, bladesmiths. 2 beautiful swords. But now it's time to find out how lethal they are. This is the dynamic kill test. Shall we begin?
Holy cow.
All right, gents, on this blue anvil weapon, when you pick it up, It's got that forward weight, but being a two-handed sword, it actually is comfortable. Now, in terms of the edge, well, pretty much demolished this ballistics dummy. Overall, it will kill.
Caleb's blade performed really well. If my blade takes a bend when Caleb's did not, it's over for me.
All right, guys, right off the bat, I mean, it is a light weapon to wield. The edge is very sharp, and in every cut, it was very deep. Overall, this weapon, it will kill.
All right, gentlemen, it's time for the dynamic strength test. We've got bamboo and cane in our bamboo forest over here. Blue weapon is up first. You both ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so the blue anvil sword, it's a heavy piece and it's very forward weighted. Edge held up nice when I run my finger down it. There's one spot that I can feel something, but literally have to run my fingernail down that edge to feel it. All in all, held up beautifully, can't complain. All right, as far as the edge goes, no damage whatsoever. The decorative touches are nice, but what I really like about this blade is its functionality. All around, good blade. Really nicely done.
Bladesmiths, this has been an awesome competition, but the time has come for us to find out if Ben, you're gonna remain undefeated, or if Caleb, you're gonna be first one to take down the champ and go home with the title of Forge and Fire champion and get a check for $10,000. Now, our judges had quite the discussion, but they came up with a common decision. The winner of today's Forge and Fire competition is Ben Abbott. You have done it again. Congratulations. Now, Caleb, you built a beautiful, strong, and sharp blade, but unfortunately, it didn't make the cut today, and Dave Baker's gonna tell you why.
Ben's blade with that dragon and pattern and the handle wrap was just more impressive.
Absolutely.
Now, Caleb, it's been an honor watching you work, but unfortunately, at this point, I'm gonna have to ask you to please step off the forge floor.
Thank you, Ben. Good fight, bro. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Good job, Caleb.
Well, Ben, that's it, man. You are now 7-0 in this forge. Congratulations, buddy.
Jeez Louise. Oh my God, I just won another competition. I'm now 7-0. This is phenomenal. I'm almost kind of starting to get used to winning this thing.
Among all your blades that I've ever wielded, I'd say this is the best one.
Thank you so much. The only issue now, of course, is that every time I win, I'm more and more and more afraid of a loss.